Another episode of Top 5 Live, episode 116. And we are doing the top five uh, worst superheroes. Somebody suggested that we do a worst list a while back, and I think at the time we didn't do it. We was like, I don't even know how to how that goes. But
We're gonna figure it out tonight, though.
yeah, hey, listen, yeah, I guess we rolling with it. We left it up to y'all to vote, and we got a good amount of votes for what I'm saying, what people wanted to see, and that was what it was top. It was top superheroes, top five worst superheroes. That's what came up. So um, yeah, so that's what we're doing. We will also be doing. We will also be talking about Loki, reviewing season 2 of Loki. We will also be reviewing the Marvels, and we will also be reviewing what was the third thing? Invincible.
Invincible. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So yeah. So tonight should be an eventful show. Especially because I think Mike Watson's gonna come on here with us too. Mike made a post earlier today about the fact that Nia DaCosta had the highest opening weekend for a woman of color. And somebody on this post would just crash that plane. And we was like, my nigga, what was that? What was that? What was that about? And
I gotta go read it.
It was crazy. Like the whole post went crazy, and he felt like he was just stating facts. And I'm like, well, bro, actually, it's like if we said happy birthday, if we was having a conversation, not even a conversation, we just said happy birthday to somebody, and you're the guy in the room that says, well, everybody's birthday isn't happy, actually. Everybody in the room be like, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you felt like this was the time to say that? Okay, I guess it's a fact. I guess it's a fact that everybody's birthday isn't happy, but how does that apply to right now? Like, what made you? Never mind.
Did he delete it? Oh no! Here it is. Oh, okay. All right. He got 2 posts on it.
Yeah. So that was a little bit wild earlier today.
Ooh, he got 93 comments
Kevin.
on
Hey, congratulations on your first show last night, Kevin. I know that joint's gonna do well because you are hilarious. And
bro, he hit me with the hard hitting questions too, man. This dude.
What's good, Paige? Hey, I'm still gonna bust your head in spades every time I see your name pop up. Every time I see your name pop up, I'm saying it. Okay. What's good, William? What's good? What's good? What's good? There go Mike. There go Mike.
Brother Watson.
There go Mac, most epic in the building.
Hey, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something about Mike. I have done multiple shows with Mike, and I've looked at his backgrounds, and I'm like, man, he got a lot of stuff in there. If you ain't seen Mike's house, forget just the man cave. This dude man got art everywhere, dude.
He should. He's a fantastic artist.
Dude, I came home and I told my wife. I told my wife, I was like, man, he got his comic book everywhere. And the first thing I thought was, ain't no way in hell my wife gonna let me do this.
What's good, Jess? What's good, Denisha? How you doing?
I was impressed, man.
Well, I'm going go over the downstairs of my house. I'm gonna at least get this part in the garage and the back hallway. I'm gonna set it up. But I watched Mike on live one day. He was upstairs working on something. Then he got an order on while he was live. He was like, well, let me just send it down to the printer downstairs. he pressed some buttons, and then he picked up his phone and started walking, and just it took him about 10 minutes to get from where he was at his house to the other house. I said, this dude is in a mansion or something. What is it?
That house is not. Hey, man, listen, that man got. I walked into his man cave. I swore to you, I was walking into a comic book shop. Like, that's what I walked into. It was a comic book shop. But it was I still have not had the pleasure.
I still have not had the pleasure, but I hope to change that next year. I really do, man.
Hey, Mike was an amazing host for me, and I appreciate him. I truly do. Even though I was on that air mattress sinking, boy. my knees was in my chin, boy, but that's all right. I had a place to sleep.
That's what matters.
That's all that matters.
What's good, Ryan? How you doing, man?
What's up, Josh? What's happening with you?
All right, so all right. I said what our top 5 list is. I already see somebody saying there's a worse character, they're worse superheroes than Dazzler. Somebody's not pleased about that. they got legit the legit squinting eyes. So that's not good. But
hey, I went to sleep on that bed, man. Kevin, I was asleep.
What do y'all want to get into first? Mike, I told him about your post earlier.
We gotta start with that. We gotta start.
Might as well. I'm trying to find where it was, but I can't find it.
Hey, all I want to say is I'm tired of some people. All right, I wasn't gonna argue the validity of the Marvels and how good it is. I wasn't gonna argue with everybody, but what I was tired of was the negative condensation that was coming from groups of people who have not even seen the movie. It's one thing to dog it if you've seen it. All right, that's cool, but you're going off of other people's opinions and other reviews and stuff, and you trashing the movie that's starring 3 women who, by the way, do a fantastic job. And I just found out the other day, a couple days ago, that this is the highest grossing film by a Black woman director. Mm-hmm. I say Black woman because I got prosecuted because I said woman of color on another post, and somebody decided to be diddly and searching up all the records. Well, it can't be a woman of color. You must mean a Black woman. Why didn't you just say Black woman? Because I want to say it was my post. Why is you tearing it down? Who cares? You missing the point. I'm trying to put a point on here because she did it. She broke that record, and that is dope. And we should be celebrating that. We should be celebrating that one aspect of it alone. Now, as far as the Marvels go, I don't care what nobody say. Y'all ain't gonna see that movie because it's women, and it is dumb people with these loud voices who are bombing that movie, bomb viewing it, trashing it, and convincing, I'm sorry to say, other weak-minded people to not even attempt to see it. That's crazy to me. That is so crazy to me. And then someone had the nerve to come on my post and tell me that this was a flop because it was the opening weekend and they don't count the money after the opening weekend. What company? What company stopped counting dollars after the first weekend? That don't make no type of sense to me. Like, if they pulled the movie from the theaters 2 weeks, and then it was $100 million, then yes, it is a loss. That movie is going to be in the theater for at least 45 days. You know what? I'm tired of y'all. Look,
not into the camera.
If you don't like it, go watch something else. Because I'm telling you right now, Phase 4 is not for everybody. But I'm wrong. Phase 4 is for everyone, but different sectors of everyone, because they try to have something for everyone. Man, why are you holding the keys to the kingdom and won't let nobody else see themselves be special? Why do you have the lock on that?
Phase 4 been all over the place, bro. Phase 4 been all over the place.
I'm alone here. I feel like Phase 4 hasn't been as bad as people want it to be. I think it had.
No, I agree with you. I agree with that.
It had one bad movie.
Look, I feel like
which one was the bad one for you?
Man, Love and Thunder was terrible, man.
To me, it had 2 bad movies.
Yeah, no, we already know one of your movies is not bad. Like, you just have bad taste.
Hey,
like,
it was bad to me, bro.
Hold up. What movie? Jen, quick.
Multiverse of Madness was bad to me. I
I'll slap you.
that wasn't the one for me, bro.
I'll slap you,
Yeah,
bro.
hey, I understand people enjoyed it. It just, to me, it was just bad.
Yeah, but your reasoning why it was bad don't make no sense. Though. That's Morgan. That's Morgan and I's issue with it. Like, I don't have a problem if people don't like movies, but like the reasoning behind it has got to be at least something.
Nah, I said the same, but I said the same thing about the Marvels though. Like, I felt like they marketed it. They marketed it different than the movie was.
What's good, Kenji?
And, you know what I'm saying? I just, that's just how it was for me. But the Marvels, we went and saw it twice. I went and saw it with my wife, the opening on a Thursday night, and I even made a video about this. She liked it more than I did. Like, she was in there asking questions. She was, she was into the character. She was like, oh, because she didn't see Miss Marvel, the TV series. She didn't see Miss Marvel, so she thought that it was America Chavez from Multiverse of Madness. She was like, "Ain't that the girl from Multiverse?" And I was like, "No, this is it's Kamala Khan. You didn't watch the series, but they did a good job. Bring it like they did the little cartoon thing and brought it up and showed where her powers were or whatever." And Tiana really liked it. She was like, "Yo, that was fun." Like, she laughed through the whole movie. It wasn't too long. You know what I'm saying? And then when we took the kids to see it, they had a great time too. DJ was hyped. The last fight where she threw the hammer and she caught the hammer up top and she was about to, DJ was in his seat like, oh, she about to get, you know what I'm saying? Like,
these were the most creative fight scenes in an MCU movie. They were so clever with it. And I'm glad you brought it. I love that beginning animation. And Khan is literally the best character in the MCU. If you don't like her, I'm sorry, you ain't got no taste. I'm sorry.
Her and her family made it like it was.
Well, that's cool. Can't you be bored? I'm glad
Kenji ain't got Kenji's taste. Listen, we all know about Kenji's taste. I'll say. I thought it was fun though. Like, I thought it was like, it's okay for movies to like be fun though.
Hold on, bro. That musical scene was fantastic.
Comedy.
I love that crap.
Fantastic Frankie broke that scene down, and it was hilarious because I didn't even peep it the way Fantastic Frankie saw it. She came on and said, "Carol Danvers, ain't nobody with you. I love how you just fell right in line as soon as you saw your boy, and the dress was instantly on you."
Yeah, that crap was hilarious.
God, the shoulders of responsibility. Look, and I started laughing when I thought about
Monica's reaction to the whole, from the time they went to the water place to the time that the villain showed up, everything that she did in reaction to Carol in that moment was straight perfect, man. That joint was great to me.
I thought it was funny that she couldn't stop dancing. Like she just started, like, literally as soon as she just by the end of it, she was like,
"Hey, did you peep? She had two glasses. She had two glasses.
Yeah.
She was double fisted in there."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I agree with y'all. I think the movie was fun. I didn't get bored at all. Like, I thought everything, like, the comedic moments I didn't really laugh at that much. My two favorite moments that actually made me laugh were when Nick was sinking and they was getting ready to hit Earth or whatever, and Kamala's brother started praying, and he turned around and was like, "Are you praying?" And then old buddy was like, he barely said anything, and Nick was like, "No, don't stop. We need all the help we can get." And then old buddy kept praying. Old buddy kept praying, and he praying in Arabic, and Nick still like, "Amen, amen." That made me laugh. That was funny.
I mean, it was a fun movie, man.
Yeah. I think I think it's a couple different factors, and you guys can agree or disagree with me, which is perfectly fine. But I feel like, and which is why I enjoy it so much, the MCU is at a level right now where they're literally putting out comic books in TV and movie form. They have literally put out the MCU universe in just a completely different medium, which is showing that their world is huge and vast, that they have all these characters that are living and breathing and existing. And guess what? all these characters, all these shows ain't for the whole mass. They are targeting certain people to bring them in for the bigger set pieces movies. Because if you love Kamala Khan and that show is targeted for you, then you're going to want to follow and see what Kamala Khan's doing. If you like the new Black Widow, which I love her, you're going to want to follow her, what she's doing. And then when they come together for the bigger movies, you're all like, oh, I got to go see Avengers because my girl is in it. Or the new Captain America, I got to see it because I follow this particular person. Now I'm here for the bigger pieces.
And that's exactly how it is in the comics too. That's exactly how it is in the comics. If I'm reading Batman, but I don't read, Superman and Aquaman, when they come together for a big event, I'm gonna check it out for Batman. You know what I'm saying? And then I might learn there's another character that I like, and then go back and watch those movies. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife was talking about checking out the Kamala Khan show because of this movie. Like she was like, "Oh, I didn't see that show. I might want to check it out."
And the show was fantastic, by the way.
And the show was solid.
I love the show.
Miss Marvel's my favorite show.
That show was great. That was more than solid.
I love Miss Marvel, bro. I like the way they did it. I love the thing that I respect a lot from Disney right now, and I give them so much credit for is we all know. So you can call that
was dope. Highlight that, somebody.
Hold on. I want to say, can I say something about what Kevin just says right there? He said the average fan don't know how to digest side characters after falling in love with headliners. This is why I always talk about people using like nostalgia. All right. When Iron Man and Captain America and Thor first came out in the movies, people looked at them like side characters. They looked at them like the B characters. Because remember, X-Men and Spider-Man was on top.
Yeah.
The movies brought them back to A-list status.
He is
so now people right. So people want to act like, okay, these are all B characters. And I'm like, yo, man, you went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's not act like Guardians of the Galaxy
and it was good.
A-list.
That is a fact.
And it was good.
Ant-Man is not an A-list character. Right?
Not at all.
Y'all need to stop it.
Look, when people get mad at the disappointment of Ant-Man or talk about the box office, what Ant-Man brought in, I'm like, well, number one, let's put our business caps on. Number one, we are in a pre-pandemic era. And I'm telling you right now, people are not the casual, hey, let's go to the movies. That shit's out the window. People ain't just going to the movies to go to the movies because the movies are expensive. And we have learned in the pandemic that some things are just better to watch at home than go to the movie. Like if I'm going to the movies, it's got to be I got to be excited about that film. I usually go to the movies all the time, but now there's only a couple franchises that I'm going to go spend that money on. Other than that, I'm going to wait for the stream. And that's what a lot of other people are doing because it's expensive. Now, number one, Ant-Man out the gate was a $400, maybe $500 million franchise. They got lucky on that first one. It was like, oh, shoot, people like this one. We hit high. So if it was in that range before the pandemic, of course it's going to take an L after the pandemic.
They could have done without 2 and 3 though. I
like Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp was funny.
Hey, are we in the Mirrorverse? Me and Vaughn is clicking tonight. That don't.
What was wrong with Ant-Man and the Wasp? You talk about Quantumania or you talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Both of them. The one with Hercules. I mean with Black Goliath and dang on Ghost.
That was fine. That was a fine. All right. So I guess when it comes to these movies, I don't go there expecting the greatest comic book movie of all time. Every time I go, I go expecting, is this going to entertain me? Like, am I going to like walk out like, man, I didn't feel like I wasted my money. I have yet. Actually, that's not true. Love and Thunder, I felt like I wasted my money.
Me too.
That's about the only Marvel movie I can think of off the top of my head. And even with that, I still laughed a couple times in Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I see. So I agree with Mike's assessment and yours, Javon. Like, I really believe We're calling it a comic book movie lull, but I think it's just a movie lull, period. There are very few movies right now that are smacking in the box office. I'm talking about movies that are supposed to, like Napoleon's about to come out. I bet you it doesn't do numbers like that, bro. And I guarantee you they spend a lot of money on it. Huh?
It won't. It won't.
Yeah.
And then that director, what is that, Scorsese or whatever his name is, he's going to complain. All those movies,
no question.
Those big name, all the movies, those big name classical directors have not performed well or done the average of what they normally do, which they don't do big numbers. They know they're not blockbuster films, so I don't know why they're complaining about it. They're still doing
Martin Scorsese's got a film coming out.
Yes, Kenji, I would be missing something. I'd be missing 3 women kicking ass with a director that brought them to the screen with action, comedy, and yes, black girl power. All that. The
movie was good, bro.
All of it. I would be missing.
I'm not.
Can I be real?
There's nothing wrong with the Marvel.
Y'all talk too much, man. I go see Marvel movies early because y'all talk too much.
There was nothing wrong with Marvel. At the worst, I mean, out of 10, at the worst, I could give it. The absolute worst I could give it is a 6, and I don't even think I could give it a 6. When I first left, I said it's either a 6 or a 7. But I usually have to see it twice or kind of think about it again. You know what I'm saying? Before I give my like official rating or whatever. But I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Like I thought I was literally the only person in the theater that too. Like literally, and that crap it made me mad. It made me mad only because I was like, bro, there's no reason this film should not.
On a Monday.
Wait, when did you go?
He went on a Monday.
I went yesterday.
On a Monday matinee.
No, I went at like 4 or something.
Yeah, still
on a Monday matinee. Ain't nobody gonna be in the movie theater at that time.
But going back to my point before, like all films right now in theater are struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like Barbie and Oppenheimer. Like that was I ain't gonna say it was out of left field, but Barbie's popularity was madness. Like that was completely unexpected for me, and they did dumb numbers. Oppenheimer, I know that it got like insane critical acclaim, but I mean,
Oppenheimer got you know what happened? They had a great marketing strategy with that. Like that was like a lightning in a bottle, like strategy. Like if you're keeping it, like that's never gonna probably happen again. Like Oppenheimer, a movie like Oppenheimer will never happen again.
Yeah, they're going for that with Napoleon, though. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, they are.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, the writers and actors strike just ended, so they couldn't even. They literally couldn't even promote the movies like they normally. What's his name?
They couldn't go to the premiere.
Tom Hiddleston just went on, Jimmy Fallon. He was their first. He was their first guest that could talk about a project because the writer strike and the actor strike was happening. So, and I know we're about to talk about Loki, but I think those things help, man, because the general audience who is not into comic books and stuff like that, they watch these shows. They watch these. The Breakfast Club might have had them on. Yeah, they go for the actors. So Tom Hiddleston going out and doing press, or Nia DaCosta and Tiana Paris, if Aman Vellani could have done press for the movie,
different story. That's a different story. If she is doing press for the months that they normally do it, more people go see this movie because she will empower teenage girls and young girls to go see that film. And that's the thing. People aren't taking any of that into consideration before they, chop at this movie. That's what's so infuriating about it, because all those things.
It's just back to normal though. People, I mean, especially on TikTok, people going trash a movie that they ain't seen. Especially when it comes to Marvel and DC, people are going to go out there and say crazy things without even seeing the movie. And I even made a video talking about how, my wife. I think my wife enjoyed it more than me because I'm going into the movie with expectations. I'm going into it looking for Easter egg, and the little marketing they did with the X for the X-Men, stuff like that. Yeah. I'm in there looking for stuff like that. She just enjoying the movie. She just sitting beside me like, oh shoot, oh man, that's dope. This, laughing at the joke.
Here's the thing, though. Why do people want it to fail?
Because they're weird.
Why are people hoping and wanting and like cheering it on to fail? Just because it ain't your cup of tea, then go get another cup of tea.
I done talked about this before, man. We've talked about this on this show that this was going to happen. Like this, the you could see the tide of, you know, like remember when Marvel was at its like peak when Endgame was like the height of like everybody loved Marvel. And I knew that thing was going to turn. It's because everybody loved dogging something once it becomes everybody likes something. Then they start dogging it. I know at least 3 people on Facebook right now that talk about the MCU at least 3 to 4 times a day, 3 to 4 posts a day, and all they do is post about negative stuff. And I know for a fact that they ain't watched all the movies.
Hey, I'm gonna speak to Kyron's point before we go about it pushing feminism. I will say this is the first movie. I'm not Marvel movie. This is the first movie I've seen. I can't remember like a wife in a speaking part. I mean, I think that was the one dude. There was literally the one dude.
You got it with the villain.
Yeah.
It was I mean, I'm sure the alien, the scrolls might have been white dudes, but I don't know.
I don't think the head scroll was a white dude though.
I wish. What did they say? They should have. Come on,
Sean. Don't do that, man.
They should have never gave you people money. They should have never taught you people words, because y'all be misusing words so much. You just use wokeness and woke like it's just a verb, like it's an word. It's attached to everything, and then like it's a blanket statement. Why is it woke? Because there's 3 women in a leading role, and because 2 of those women are women of color, or because Brie Larson made one speech saying a 40-year-old man is not the audience for my movie. For the movie that I'm in, the target audience isn't a 40-year-old white man who is reviewing my film and giving me bad reviews. Why is that a wrong statement to say?
It's not. Preach, sir. Listen, that again, we live in an era of people being we live in an era of people being hyper judgmental about everything. It's one of the reasons that politics is in the space that it's in right now. It's one of the reasons that pretty much everything's in the space that it is right now, where everything is so, and because of social media, now everybody needs to know everybody's opinion on everything at all times. So when you put those things together, you get, you know what I'm saying, where we are, you know what I mean, where everybody's got some type of opinion, and people love, people enjoy. This is one of the things, and then we'll go to Loki. One of the things
we gotta keep going because I got something to say after you did. Go ahead. And I know Mike got something to say. Go ahead.
One of the things that irritates me most about political conversations nowadays is that people, 1, are afraid to have them, and 2, they're afraid to have them because they don't know or think about things for themselves. They're going off of what someone else told them that they should think, should do, or whatever. It's not about nothing has anything to, like Mike's point about the movie, right? And the point that we were making with this guy on the post. This dude ain't even seen the movie, right? But he made sure that, again, I made this example before we went live. Mike made a post saying, "Yo, the Marvels, like Nia DaCosta is now the highest grossing woman of color director that, you know what I'm saying, whatever." That's literally the whole post. He didn't put 2 sentences. It was 1 sentence. And this dude came on there and was like, "Yeah, but I mean, is it really a success though?" You know what I'm saying? Like he and I told him in the conversation. So we had a long conversation, and I'm trying to like figure out where he's coming from. And I was like, what you did is the equivalent of somebody saying happy birthday. And you're like, yeah, but like everybody's birthday wasn't happy today. Nigga, what? Nigga, what you talking about? Like, why does that matter? How does that have anything to do with what we're talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? And he was standing on that. And then and then when I thought he was gonna walk himself out of the wilderness, he put himself right back in it, because he was like, well, he kept making really stupid points that I was trying to like. I kept asking him. I said, "All right, is this just ignorance?" You know what I'm saying? Like, because he was saying, "Well, the shareholders won't be happy." And then Mike makes the point. It's just an opening weekend. Like the movie's still in theaters, and then pull it out of theaters. He's like, "Well, they're not going to be happy about it," and blah 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 blah.
Let me go and move on. You already dug through the files and proved your point. She black. She black. So I didn't use the word black. Sorry that I didn't use the word black, Kenji, but she's black.
Am I to assume that Kenji was the one on the post?
No,
yes,
no,
Kenji
no.
Oh.
No, Kenji's on the other post being technical.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Hey, can I say this? I'm gonna
say
this,
ahead.
and I'm gonna let Mike cook. Because I can see it. He got the red shirt on, and it's perfect. It's perfect today. I'm gonna say this. Y'all, I almost said the word. Y'all people. No, not the other word. I was told the other word. Y'all folks y'all don't deserve what y'all getting right now. Y'all don't deserve it. I'm gonna say this speech again. I was thirsty for this. 15, 20 years ago, I was thirsty for what we getting right now. I was there opening weekend for Daredevil. All right. When they was on the to a blind man in public on the dog seesaw. I was there.
Did y'all see Catwoman?
Catwoman.
Did y'all see Ghost Rider? Y'all ain't seen Ghost Rider.
Did you watch Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage eating gummy bears like an idiot? All right? Like, were y'all there for Steel? Were you there?
Bro.
Were you there for Spawn?
They were not there for Steel. They were not there for Steel. Y'all weren't there.
You weren't. No, I'm going to go back even further. Were you there when Captain America had a helmet with wings painted on the side and a fiberglass see-through shield? If you weren't there, shut up. If you weren't there, be quiet. No, I'm tired of this. No.
I can't argue with that, bro.
And you had an Italian Red Skull that looked like a burn victim. You be quiet. All right? Because I'm tired of y'all. What we are getting is quality comic book movies that we have begged for decades, and y'all ruining it.
They're trying to ruin it.
Y'all trying to ruin it for us.
Yeah. Look, idiocy. Look, like I said to the guy on the post, I
y'all
just
want more Justice Leagues? No, stop it.
All
right?
I'm gonna be honest though. They are actually.
You don't act like it, Kenji. You don't act like it.
They're ruining it because they are giving the movies free advertising. Like the what do you call it, when the polarization of these movies are what will drive some people to go check them out. You know what I'm saying? Like when some people take this hard stance, these hard stances on, this movie is terrible. This movie, and then there's people like us who are saying, no, we really enjoyed it. You know, people will go check the movie out because of that. Like people who might not even heard of the movie. Like when Morgan just said that Napoleon movie, I didn't even know that there was a Napoleon movie coming out. I had never heard of it until he just said it, and then I just Googled it, and I'm like, that looks like it might be okay.
That's so definitely, even still though,
it's gonna be dope. Why can't you finish?
Like, if you don't like it, you don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say nothing. There are movies that I've seen that I didn't like, and I don't say nothing.
Fact.
I'm gonna say something about most.
Here's the thing: you can say something, but say something after you've seen the movie. Speak on it after.
There you go, Mike.
Now, my thing with this whole, let's look at the numbers. It's a failure because it didn't make such and such in the opening weekend. What business, Alchemist, have you ever heard of that they're not counting the dollars that it makes every single day? If that was the point, then it would be pulled from the theaters the very next weekend and put on stream. It absolutely would, because then there'd be no point in staying, because it doesn't make any, they don't count the money that comes in week 3, week 4, week 5, all that goes up. There have been several movies that have been what they call a failure opening weekend and picked up pace and become successful and made their profit back, or became huge in rental or on stream. My whole thing is, why are you hitting my post with negativity when I'm shouting out somebody? And why are we being so technical about a word when I'm celebrating this woman. It is so, and maybe it's just more irritating to me because I got 3 daughters and I want them to see this stuff. I want this stuff to be there for them. And we did say at the beginning that there are exceptions to that rule. There are only a few different movies that really are clapping right now. Barbie, are you really going to question Barbie? Barbie has been around for 80 years.
Barbie, an icon, bro.
Barbie is ridiculous. Are you kidding me?
My wife's grandmother wanted to go see Barbie, and she don't even leave the house, bro. She don't even leave the house. All she heard was there's a Barbie movie, and she was like, "Oh, we should go see that." I'm like, oh, you trying to go to the movies? Like,
hey, and people were hating on Barbie too. People were hating on Barbie too.
People were hating on Barbie, and they hit Barbie with that word too, woke.
Woke, feminist, all that
nonsense.
It was
good. And that's one I'm gonna check out too. I didn't go see
Barbie's
that one, but I heard it was good.
Barbie was good.
All 3 of them.
I haven't seen it yet.
2 of my daughters went to see it, and they said that they really enjoyed it. So
I went to go see Barbie twice. I don't even remember why, but I mean, it was good though.
I'm gonna just say this too, just because even if let's say it doesn't make all its money back, it doesn't mean it's a bad movie. Like I think people try to correlate what it made,
amen,
to the quality of it. And every time people talk about a movie flopping, oh, it must be bad because it flopped. I tell them, did you enjoy The Shawshank Redemption? If you love the movie The Shawshank Redemption, then you got to be quiet because Shawshank Redemption flopped.
I want to say this. I want to say this too before I forget because I meant to say it earlier and then Mike started cooking and I forgot. So another thing that the dude on Mike's post said that was irritating me was the reason I got into the conversation was because he was blaming Nia for the failure of the movie. That's what pissed me off. And I said, that's when I was like, all right, bro, like you're either an idiot.
Kenji, do you not understand? See, this is why I can't talk with Kenji. Kenji says dumb stuff like this.
You said you
I reached this point. No,
you instantly responded.
I know, but I'm just tired of this.
You're not gonna respond to Kenji no more.
Damn, I hate when people say stupid stuff. People say dumb stuff.
What are you saying?
I'm on here saying stupid stuff.
Look, I'm gonna give Javon a pass because I'm gonna rephrase it though. That was a comment that I was not a fan of.
I say it. I'm done speaking. I'm done speaking. I'm done speaking through the line. No, that was dumb. I'm gonna start calling people. It's dumb.
The example that Javon gave was a very
anger
good
translation.
Yeah, it was a very good example, and it services this point exactly because. And if you didn't know, Shawshank Redemption is a comic movie. No, sorry, got mine mixed up. Got carried away. I'm so mad at y'all. I'm in
perdition. That's road to perdition.
I get it. Like I said, I want to make sure that's clear. Like trying to blame a movie flopping on the writer and director is one of the most retarded arguments that I've heard on the internet in a while. Like that's crazy. That's
say that word.
Who can?
You're not supposed to use that word.
I apologize.
More uses the words.
Profoundly stupid.
That works.
All right. That's one of the most profoundly stupid things that I've heard. Saying that a writer and director is at fault for a movie flopping in the theater is absolutely, I was almost about to say the word again, but it's absolutely mentally obtuse.
Mentally obtuse. Sir, I will use that again.
Thank you.
I will use that again.
What's good, Jeremy? But yes, so Nia's job is to write a good movie, and yes, she's on a press tour. But again, we do know that they were on strike, right? They were on strike, so they couldn't really push as hard as they normally would have. We know we would have seen Brie Larson everywhere. We know we definitely would have seen. I can't remember Kamala's the real actress's name.
Dude, they started promoting. Once they could, they started promoting. Brie Larson was on the Late Show. My girl Monica Rambeau, dude.
I watch her anywhere.
She did a TikTok video of her seeing her costume for the first time. She was so excited, so happy, and she did the video where they suited her up, and she was in a costume.
I'm about to find that.
People
I gotta find
people
that.
like
I watched
classic
it
energy.
too
I'm
many
gonna watch
times.
it. I'm gonna watch it too.
Can I say something? Another thing is, again, Mike made a good point about this. About we cannot look at movies now in the same frame of mind that we did before COVID. We have to stop this.
That's
all
correct
right?
too.
We can't do this. It reminds me of the same argument that people keep having about comics not selling, millions of copies like they did in the 90s. It's two different things. It's two different eras, man. Like things
She
happen
didn't go out.
that
She-
change it.
Kenji, did you see the movie?
He might not have seen it. He might not have
Yeah.
seen it.
Anyway,
You are mentally obtuse, sir.
No, he said he left during the sing
Then he
along,
can't
so
talk. Then he
he
got
didn't see the
stopped.
rest
Be
of it.
quiet. Don't talk.
he didn't see the rest of it.
oh
Man.
my,
Then stop.
Kenji,
Then
no,
stop.
bro.
Kenji, if you ain't seen the
left
whole
during
movie, then don't
He left
post.
during the sing along, so maybe
Come
he
on,
just.
man. Come on.
Why would you leave during the sing along? That crap was awesome.
That was the funniest part in the movie.
That was one of my favorite parts of the movie. That crap was awesome.
Hey, and that's directly out of the comic books. That planet.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to watch it again just for that part. That crap was fantastic.
That is directly out of the comic. There is an alien race that does nothing but sing, and that's how they communicate. That is
really?
directly
I didn't know
out of
that.
the comic book.
I didn't know that.
And that planet was absolutely gorgeous. But anyway,
Did you notice the buildings looked like lyrical notes?
I did not notice that. But
I
see,
did not
on
notice
rewatch,
that.
I'm gonna
Now
have
I gotta
to
go.
pay attention.
Now I gotta watch it again.
See, there you go.
I mean, I plan on watching it again.
Did
I'm
y'all?
I'm gonna watch it multiple times, and not just because it's a good movie and because Nia did it, but Tiana Paris is in it, and I have a
I think
strong love for her.
Unless, even if I do want to say this before we move on about what Kenji just said about John Majors. Even if Jonathan Majors is guilty and they need to recast him or whatever, I think they will be making a mistake by getting rid of Kane. Okay, if he's done the things that he's accused of, and they absolutely have to recast him, I think that they would be foolish to move away from Kane this quickly.
I think it would be a huge mistake, and the biggest reason it'd be a big mistake is because of how critically loved the series Loki was.
Loki was fire, man.
Loki was fantastic.
Yeah.
Season 1 was good to me. A lot of people that was their favorite Marvel series, and I wouldn't argue too much against them. It was just for me personally, it was still WandaVision. But Loki season 2, man.
Season 1
that was right clinic, bro.
I didn't love season 1, but it was made better by season 2. Like season 2 made season 1 better.
Season 2 was the right clinic.
That formula happens a lot with some of the MCU. I'm not the biggest fan of Captain America 1. I understand what Captain America is, and I can watch it, but it's not one of my favorites. But you watch Captain America 2, you watch Captain America 3, and it raises the value of Captain America 1 as a film, as a whole. Because that was my number 1 trilogy for a while.
That's still my number 1 trilogy.
Still is.
Still my number 1 comic book trilogy.
I also like to point out, this is going to be the last thing I say about this. I also want to point this out. This is how I know it's childish men boys who are hating on the fact that these are women in these roles. And you know what? It might even be some girl women too, hating on it. Because let's be inclusive in this hate that's happening. Because when Captain America came out, when Iron Man came out, when Thor came out, no one dogged those movies prior to their release. Once they came out, and if they didn't like them, there was trash talk about it. But those movies were sought out and was all like, oh, it's going to be da-da-da-da, we love them, da-da-da-da, we love them. But the moment Marvel flipped the switch to color and lady, all those films have been trashed. From the jump, they have been trashed.
Ain't nobody trashed Ant-Man before it came out. I'm going to just say it. I'm just call a spade. Not one person.
I trashed it after, though. The second and third.
That's what I'm saying. But Javon, who's the leading actor in Ant-Man? A white man. Captain America.
I'm agreeing with you.
I will say this too. I will say this too, because I did make I think I made a TikTok about this. it's a different argument to a degree, right? But when Woman King came out, I saw the amount. That's why I made the video. The amount of hatred. Yes, it was the amount of hatred that I saw.
Shut up! Shut up! You did not know what to expect with the Marvels. Shut up! See you.
I thought I knew what to expect. I thought I knew what to expect with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but I did not get that. I did not get that.
Kenji, come on, bro.
Y'all see.
Come on, son.
Nah, I just want y'all to see. This is what I deal with all the time. All the time.
Me and Kenji have conversations
all the time.
And you know, I can't let this one go, Kenji. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Listen, they dogged Captain Marvel. They dogged Captain Marvel before we saw a frame of film. All right.
We expected the Marvels to flop. Why? I expected Ant-Man to flop. I didn't give a crap about it. Let me say this again.
Ant-Man to flop.
I did.
Actually, can I be real? I thought Guardians was going to flop. I thought Guardians was going to flop.
Let me say this again. I go to see Marvel MCU movies because it's an MCU movie, right? It's not because I'm not excited for every. I go because it's what's going on. I watch.
Oh, your internet is getting racist, man.
It sounds terrible.
You can't talk too fast with your internet. You gotta slow down when you talk.
I would agree with what Morgan's saying. Is like at this point, I go see Marvel films for Marvel. I go see it for the whole saga because I'm interested in what all the characters are doing and how we're going to link up. I'm interested in the next big event and how we're getting to those places. But I also like a ton of the characters and I want to follow a lot of the characters. So MCU has been my. I'm always going to go to the movies to go see MCU. I'm always that's my guaranteed ticket. Like Fast and Furious used to be that. It's not anymore. Vin Diesel has destroyed that for me.
That's sad, man.
It is. It was a good relationship. But you know, like Top Gun. When Top Gun came out, I was like, that's a theater movie. That's a movie that I have to watch in the theater. You know,
fantastic
sure it was
fantastic. Still the best movie of the last 5 years.
Star Wars.
What?
I'm going to go see Star. Oh God, we were so good. We were doing so good. We were doing.
Wait, what? Did you say Top Gun was the best movie of the last 5 years?
Hey, it was great. It was great.
Let me tell you something.
5 years.
Let me tell you something, buddy. That movie, it's a 10 out of 10. Easily. It's definitely a 10 out of 10. It's a certified 10 out of 10, actually. Stamp.
Top Gun was really good.
Mike,
no.
It's not really good. It's not seeing Endgame. I don't care.
Michael Watson.
Yes.
What the hell? What did you say?
It's not.
Go ahead.
Michael Watson. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Of the Phase 4 characters, okay? The Phase 4 characters that have been introduced. There's a lot of characters that were introduced in Phase 4. Okay? Mm-hmm. Who are the Phase 4 characters that you're most that you're looking forward to following into Phase 5 and 6 the most?
Oh God, Miss Marvel, number 1. Shang-Chi, number 2. My girl, I'm terrible with names, I never remember them, but the new Black Widow.
Yelena.
Mm-hmm. Yelena. I love the new Black Widow, yo. I love the new Black Widow. She's hilarious.
And I'm very much so in seeing Captain America, and seeing how he's going to be stepping into whatever role that they have him in action, and everybody from Black Panther. I need an update. I need to see what's going on with them. But I would say Loki would be on that list, but we've ran his course right now. That's off the top. I mean, there's a lot of characters I'm interested in. Oh, Daredevil. I want to see what's cracking with Daredevil. And I know he's already been introduced before, but I feel like we're getting the next stage of him, the stage that everybody wanted, that I knew we would get to because I believe in them. Spider-Man. I'm very much so interested and invested in seeing broke, poor college Peter Parker.
Yes. I mean, they definitely got some. They got some pieces right now. They definitely got some pieces to work with. Because my middle daughter, she'd never heard of Moon Knight before. Is it Oscar Isaac? What's his name?
Most people haven't, to be honest with you.
Right. She never heard of him, and
Hey, don't do that, man.
she is a Moon Knight fan right now.
Moon Knight was good, man.
I like Kate Bishop. I want to see where Kate Bishop goes. Of course, Iman Vellani. Like you said, I don't even think about Spider-Man, but yeah, they got some pieces. They got some pieces to go forward. And then if they introduce the mutants, if they introduce the Fantastic Four, if they got some. If they bring in Doom, they got some pieces, brother. They got some pieces.
That's what I'm saying. And I know they've been spreading and talking about this rumor that Secret Wars is going to soft reboot the Marvel universe, and this is part of their change the course plan. All I got to say to that is shut up, because that was never a change the course plan. That's what Secret Wars is. That's what the story is. This wasn't all of a sudden after 12, 14, 15 years we can just all of a sudden course correct and change our direction after we've been building up to something for 15 years. Shut up. I wish I could say it like a New York.
Shut up.
Yeah, there we go.
I like it. I like it. I hope my internet is clear for that.
My man Jon Snow, because he's playing the Black Knight.
Oh yeah.
I want to see that. And, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to be excited about that's coming out for the MCU. And again, you don't have to watch all of it, man. Because all of it, each of them are targeted for a different group.
I'll be watching everything.
That's my thing. Like, I'm not hard to please when it comes to movies. Like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find something that's entertaining, most of the time. But if I don't enjoy it, I just won't watch it again. Like, y'all know how I feel about Multiverse of Madness. I saw it. I enjoyed pieces of it, like seeing your boy John Krasinski pop up. I'm gonna
need you to find a better movie, man. Find a better movie.
Hearing that stuff, I was like, okay, that's dope, that's hot. But
find a better example.
The movie just wasn't for me, so I was like, okay, I can do without seeing this one again. Like Doctor Strange ending with the third eye. I was like, man, what was the purpose? What was the point? But
wait a minute, no. The whole point was to show that he was tainted by the book.
With a big smile on his face. Okay, cool. If you say so. It just wasn't for me. But I can understand other people enjoying it. I'm just not gonna watch it again. So,
like I said, y'all making it real hard to enjoy this stuff, man.
Nah,
enjoy people. Not you. Just
what you like, man.
They making it real hard, man, because you can't even turn on social media without, dudes losing their stuff just because, we got a movie with all women or like, listen, the minute Marvel puts out a gay superhero, they gonna lose it.
And wasn't he?
You're right.
What? Let me rephrase it.
Well, no, they already have one.
Starring, that's why I'm rephrasing. If they put out one that's in the starring role, because they had somebody on.
They did get mad about Fastos though. They got it.
That's what I'm saying. They got. I'm talking about like they coming.
It's gonna be major.
They coming for it. They coming hard for that one.
But we can talk about that all night. I only got a little bit more time on here, and I got to go have the wife time. We got to figure out what we're gonna watch because there's so much stuff that we have in our queue. So hey, stop it before you ruin it for everybody.
Yes, stop it.
Yeah, y'all. We talking to you. Stop it. Get some help.
But what did y'all think of Loki?
Loki,
Bruh.
Hey, man.
Loki was fantastic.
Listen, I needed some help. I needed some help, bro, because I didn't understand. Like I get crazy with movies like and shows like Inception, like stuff that's like really like
No, it's
philosophy
not.
wise,
It's hard to make such a movie
complex
about money.
philosophy wise. I be needing some help. I was like, yo, it was beautiful. I understood the story, but like, what did it mean? Like, like I was like, I feel like I'm missing something.
So
I didn't get the whole experience.
Are we doing a spoiler alert?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Man.
Spoiler alert, yes. Spoiler
Hey,
alert.
they know we talking about it.
So what I
No, I
felt
went
like
to
it
I went
meant,
to New Rockstar though.
what I felt like it meant is that that Loki is now, in one word or one phrase, the god of stories. He is the battery that is powering, controlling the multiverse. He has quelled the flame, and he is the fix right now. Which I don't know if anybody caught it because I did not catch it. I had to, a TikTok video had to hit me to it. But Loki says the last phrase that Loki says, he says to his friends, but he said that at the end of Thor 1 when he got benched. I thought that was so dope. But so he is the fix. He's the battery. He's the conduit. He's all of that right now. He's finally found a glorious purpose, but that it's a heavy burden, which is what he had to learn in this journey to be able to do that. He, like you said, he knew what king he wanted to be, which I think Loki is a great story arc. Now my thing is, now a lot of people says this closes the book on it. Even the director says this is the end of Loki's story or whatnot. Director, I would like to let you know you did a great job, but shut up. Marvel decides when Loki's done. So not out of here with that.
Respectfully.
I believe what Loki has done is going to set things straight, and this is when we get to Secret Wars in Avengers, and that's when it's going to get out of control for him, and whatever they do in that's where they're going to come to a head, and Loki's fix isn't going to work anymore, and then the Marvel universe, with whatever incursion that happens with the Ultimate Verse or whatever verses, whatever, that's when they merge together to form the new sacred timeline.
Oh yeah, I think they did. Oh, go ahead, Morgan. My bad.
I agree. I think if I Loki season 2 is definitely a 10 out of 10 for me, especially writing wise, acting wise. That was a fantastic job, bro. Like just from and the biggest reason I say that is because usually time travel movies or stories give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Not me being scared, but sometimes it's just hard to follow or go along with, like the logic of what they're doing and stuff like that. And it really gets me sometimes. Hey, Sean, go away, bro. No.
Good night, bro. You got sleep. We can tell you sleep.
Yeah, for real. Don't ever. Anyway, but Loki just was. From beginning to end, that crap was fantastic. What? For Loki to end where it did was fantastic. You know what I'm saying? There's, I can't think of much they could have done better with that series. I'm happy for Tom Hiddleston and that character.
I had some problems with it.
A lot of people are saying that Loki is the best MCU villain. I was having a conversation about that. I'm not saying that he's not, but I'm saying he's had the most time to flesh that out. You know what I'm saying? He's not even a villain anymore at this point. You know what I'm saying? But he's had
years. I don't think Loki can ever fit the title of best villain because his journey wasn't about him being a villain. His journey was about him finding himself. I think Loki is one of the best characters in the MCU. That
was my point. That was my point. My point was I don't really his entire story, like even in Avengers. So okay, I've said this before, but for me, for a villain, especially if you're gonna be the best villain, I need to feel like impending doom from this villain. I need to feel like whatever they're trying to end can actually end, and I've never felt that from Loki at any point. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed his expansion as a character. I enjoyed his spaces as a character, whatever. But I never felt like, yo, this dude might actually be a problem. Like he might actually end things. So for me, he wouldn't be the best Marvel villain. But I know why people say that. I just
My-
can't agree with it.
Thanos is the best Marvel villain, man. We need to stop that.
I don't know. I think for me
Well-
with Loki, I enjoyed
No.
that his story started with, I'm a god. And then it's okay, Hulk said puny god. Then he said, what is a god? And then, he just went through finding out. Like he was like I don't know which one of y'all said it, but he was finding himself. He said, I believe I'm a god, and this is what I think a god is. And then every step of the way, something challenged his belief system. And then, he decided what kind of God he wanted to be. He found out that his purpose was to sacrifice. His purpose was to suffer for the people that he cared for. So I think it was very like it's a very, very good story, a very good exploration of
100%.
Loki. But the second season, I only because they hooked me so well with Miss Minutes and Ramona,
Yeah.
and then they just left them out there. Like they pruned your one girl and they reset the other girl. Like they hooked me so well in the first couple episodes with Miss Minutes, becoming having that desire to want to be real, be a human, and Ramona, supposed to be in the elite. She was supposed to try to be second in command. She was supposed to show that she was
I don't think we've seen the last of Ramona.
I hope
Definitely.
not. That's what I'm saying. I hope
That's
not.
Loki's girl. Like if you don't
I
know
don't
the
think we
comics,
seen the last
that's
Miss Minutes
Loki's.
either.
Kang's girl.
Kang, sorry, that's Kang's wife, basically.
Yeah.
So we
I
definitely
don't-
see the end of her.
I don't think we've seen the end of Miss Minutes either.
Hey, I hope
But
not.
they did say that it was like she gonna come back to life.
Yeah, that crap was hilarious. Like, I mean, is she gonna try to
Like,
kill
hold
us?
up.
And nobody was like,
That scene in the second episode where she was like, I could be your girl. I was like, what? I was like, what? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? She crazy, dog. She crazy.
that crap was awesome.
But
All right,
let me know what you think of this. I think Mobius and Loki are one of the best TV movie duos ever. Their energy together, their line teaching together, their interactions were on point. They are just entertaining together, the both of
that's a
them.
good top five. That's a good top five. We ain't do that yet, have we?
They were.
Hey, dude.
That is a good top
Yeah.
five.
We ain't do that
It's
yet.
gonna be Dwight and Jim for me. Because them jokers from the office.
Yo,
I already know.
no, the best thing between them was when the Asian dude came in and pretended like he was Jim. That was the best one. He's like, you don't see color? He's like, you don't see color? That's good. That's good of you, Dwight.
That was good.
Ah, that show.
That was good. But I really, really enjoyed them so much, and I didn't realize how much I missed them until I got them back for a second season. When he played like when Loki was doing the time warp stuff,
Yeah,
and
bro.
Loki acted like it didn't bother him, and then he did it again. He's like, "Oh, but you got to stop that." I mean, it looks like
That crap was hilarious.
like he couldn't hide in himself no more. And Loki was like, "Does it look bad?" He's like, "No, it's all right."
That crap was hilarious. He was like, he said, it looks like you're being born and dying at the same time. That crap is hilarious. That's a good top five though.
We gotta do tonight's top five.
Yeah, I was about to say, y'all
Danny
ready to do the list?
pointing at his wrist.
Yeah, y'all know I gotta get up out of here, bro.
All right, y'all ready? Let's go on and do it. I don't really want to see this from Danny. You ain't gotta watch on either.
Let me see. Let me pull up my list.
All right.
Who wants to go
Do
first?
I have to go first? Do I go? I wasn't here, so I guess I gotta go. Wait, no. We got a guest, so the guest gotta go first.
Yeah,
Hey.
go first.
Look, I'm not even ready for it. I've been arguing online all day today. I haven't even stopped to think about worst superhero.
Hey, that was me a couple days ago with that stupid best sketch show friggin' topic I posted, man. I was arguing all day, man.
Hey,
Bro,
I'll let you-
it's
I'll do actually. I'll just plug this in here, and it'll probably be a rage moment for people, and a lot of people want to agree with me. But because it's fresh in my head, I'm gonna go with this one. All the characters from Gen V.
The worst superhero?
Worst superheroes?
Worst superheroes.
I haven't even seen it. I haven't even seen it yet.
I ain't watched it yet.
My wife watched that last night, and from an imagination point, y'all, none of their powers make any sense. Even the way they activate their powers don't work. There's nothing heroic or super or even villainy about the powers are just stupid. And then the characters are stupid. The actors are great though. They portray these character roles, but I'm just gonna put all five of them. Golden Boy being the worst. Number one, because Golden Boy, I guess he has super strength and flight, but it only activates when he is partially burning. So like his midsection and his chest and torso are constantly on fire, and that's when his powers work. So he burns through all of his clothes all the time, and he's fighting you literally naked, but there's fire.
I gotta see this show. I've been hearing.
Now I gotta go watch it. Dang,
that's crazy.
But
right, I'll go.
My top 5 worst superheroes, the Gen V characters.
All right.
I'm
gonna go. Well, top 5 worst superheroes. So mine's are all of these are lame to me. They're terrible. They're just terrible. All right. So number 5. I'm going back here. If you're a child of the 90s, you heard of this character. Super Pro.
What's new?
I remember him.
Super Pro. He is a football player turned superhero. He wears a costume that has a big ass NFL on it. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. All right. Number 4, Stone Boy from DC Comics. His superpower is that he turns into stone, but he can't move. He's a statue. He's literally turned into a statue.
With the curtain.
He can't, not like Colossus where he can move. No, he's a stone statue. He's terrible.
Perfect.
Number 3, Slapstick from Marvel.
Oh yeah.
I never got it. It was I just
still don't understand it.
Still don't understand it. The people who like Slapstick, I worry about you. It's just dumb. Number 2, I promise you, y'all probably ain't heard of this one, but I heard about him years ago. Dog Welder.
I saw that.
Dog superhero. Welder.
I saw that earlier.
Superhero that wields dead dogs to villains' faces with a blow.
There's a hero that does that.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
If it helps, I think it came out of didn't it come out of like Suicide
Hitman?
Squad?
No. It came out of this book called Hitman.
Okay.
It's terrible. And then number 1, I know people might get mad at me at this one. I don't care. It's a stupid character. Y'all you can try and put lipstick on a pig all you want. Still a pig. Squirrel Girl. Never got it. Dumbest thing in the world. I don't care.
Hey, I'm going next.
I'm going next because my list is disrespectful, and I told you I was going to be disrespectful. But I mean what I said. Okay, so be that as it may, get mad with your mama and argue with them. But I'm going. All right. So number 5, Hawkeye. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I like Clint in the movies, but as a superhero,
Hawkeye,
he has no power. First off, he has no power.
Hawkeye from the comics is even better.
What?
He has no powers.
You know Hawkeye killed the Hulk, right?
He has no powers.
So what? Batman ain't got no powers.
Yeah, but he's not Batman. Come on, let's be honest.
Your first argument for why a character was bad can't be he ain't got superpowers.
He has no powers. If I take his quiver, it's over for this nigga, bro. Go ahead. What is he gonna do?
Go ahead.
What are he gonna do? Beg for his stuff back? Anyway, number 4, Aquaman. I don't care how cool you try to make him.
Wow.
I'll go see it because Jason Momoa's in it. You know what I'm saying? But he's lame, bro. There's no way to make Aquaman cool. It's just not. You know what I mean? That's why the boys made what's my guy's name on the boys that's supposed to be Aquaman, but not the Deep. Yeah, the Deep. Yeah. That's why they made that character, because it's seriously like you can't make Aquaman cool because he's just not. Jason Momoa is the closest thing you're gonna get to making Aquaman cool. But if you go look up Aquaman and look at that character, you're not gonna tell me that character's not stupid. It's dumb. I don't care what he can do. It makes no difference. It's just lame.
Well, there's another character you need to have right beside him on your list. Then
I was about to say you can't say one without the other, but go ahead.
Number 3, Squirrel Girl.
Hey, we all got Squirrel Girl on the list.
She's terrible.
I mean, listen.
So bad.
She might be a cool character. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not interested. I would, I don't think there's any pitch you could give me that's gonna make me read Squirrel Girl. I just
not
don't
one. Not damn one.
Besides the fact that a good friend of mine wrote a few issues, I'm not checking it out.
Nah. Number 2, Booster Gold.
Hey,
Come on,
Booster
son.
Gold.
Come
Morgan
on,
came
son.
out here for the name.
I know Morgan
Come
out
on,
here.
son. Come on, yo. Like, look, again, this nigga's a bootleg cross between Superman and like Cyclops. You know what I'm saying? Like he just got he just can see out of both his eyes. But he's lame though. Like, there's nothing cool about Booster Gold at all. Booster Gold to me is a manifestation. Booster Gold is he's a manifestation of what it means to be a white privileged male. Like that's what Booster Gold is to me. That's what I see every time I look at that guy. So there's that.
What's your number 1?
Number 1, and I hate it because I like her. Jubilee, bro. I mean, you got sparklers, bro. Like your mutant power is sparklers.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
the rest of your list, I can get with you on. I can't get with you on Jubilee. I like Jubilee.
I love Jubilee. I love Jubilee. But, bro, every time I watch X-Men and I saw her pop out, I'm like, please don't. Every time. When I used to watch that series, every time she was like, hey, I'm coming to help. All the X-Men, every time she pops up, like,
her whole thing was teen angst, though. Her whole thing is teen angst.
Her powers are sparklers, bro.
Wait a minute, hold on, though.
My child.
I got a question. I got a question for you.
If 4th of July came along and I gave Bubba a sparkler and put it in his hand, he's just as dangerous as Jubilee.
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
Wait, I got a question though. You got Aquaman and Hawkeye on your list, but you don't got Namor and Green Arrow.
And Green Arrow, right?
That should be 4 out of 5 on your list.
Hey, if I could amend my list, you're right. I would put Green Arrow on this list and not Hawkeye. You're right. I didn't think
at least Green Arrow is rich, so. But
this is still lame.
So my list.
I told you my list is disrespectful.
I went for.
Can I amend my list?
I went for. Hey, after I go, you can give your new list. You can give your new list. So I went for the popular ones who are just terrible. Okay, so number 5 is where I got Squirrel Girl. I got Squirrel Girl at number 5 because I was like, terrible. Listen, people be talking about she's Omega level, and I'm like, how?
Ain't no
way.
But, Omega what?
Number 4, number 4, and number 3 are Namor and Aquaman. So Namor,
y'all go put some respect on Namor.
I get it.
But for different reasons. I get it. But for different reasons, though.
I get it.
But for different reasons.
Namor toe to toe with the Hulk, man. Come on now.
Namor, because Namor will literally turn on you for no reason. Namor, he'll be a hero for a whole 5 books.
You step on a crack. I'm gonna break your mother's back.
I don't like y'all. And they'll be like, I don't like y'all. As a matter of fact, I'm killing everybody. Aquaman, and specifically I put old school Aquaman.
He's lame.
Because
he's lame.
Just legit lame.
He's lame.
Number 2, I got Zan from the Wonder Twins. Power of One. Power of
Power.
form of puddle of water. Water twin powers activate.
Okay.
Puddle of water. Hey, figure out how to use it. And then I got Booster Gold at number 1, but for a different reason than Morgan. Booster Gold to me, because his whole story is I can't make it as a hero, so I'm gonna go back to the past and be dope. I'm gonna take all my technology that I have from the future and go back to the past and act like I'm a superhero.
Hey, Jeremy and Aaron is right, man. They would be taking people's hoes out here, man. Like he be taking everybody's wife.
He
Put
will.
some respect on Namor's name, man. Don't do that.
Man, Namor ain't even got no hairline. That's how lame Namor is.
It's called a widow's peak, man. That's what it's called. All right, go ahead, Mike. Amend your list, man.
Widow's beak.
Peak.
Oh,
Beak.
okay. So I wanted to amend my list. I'm gonna do it like this. Number 5 is all the characters from Gen V. So slots are filled up with let me see. The Legends of Tomorrow from CW is number 4.
Yo, that joke was terrible.
Legends of Tomorrow is number 4. Batwoman Batwoman from CW is number.
Dang.
Savage.
Disrespect.
Wait, which one? Which one? Not the black one.
Ruby Rose?
Yeah, Ruby Rose.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, she was bad.
Number 2 is the Gotham Night Show that should have never ever been made from CW. I don't even know why they did that.
Everything.
Just
No,
as well.
He just said CW. He just said the whole CW.
I let the Flash because I like all the actors, although it has.
You like Candace Patton.
Number one on my list is Green Arrow from the CW.
All right, hold on.
People love Green Arrow.
Hold on.
People love Green Arrow.
I'm with you with the Green Arrow. If we talking like past season 3,
I want to amend my list to put Green Arrow instead of Hawkeye.
But not Green. But first 2 seasons, I can't do that.
Javon, I rock with you. First 2 seasons, Green Arrow.
I would like to put Green Arrow in place of Hawkeye. I mean, I should be allowed to do that. They're the same thing.
What's wrong with Hawkeye though? Like,
it's the same thing, bro.
You act like Hawkeye can't fight without his bow and arrow.
I like Clint. Look, it pained me to say it, bro, but that's why. Let me put Green Arrow there. It's the same thing.
Green Arrow can fight too.
All right, so let me put him there. What's good, Dave? I'm gonna put Green Arrow instead of Hawkeye because I actually like Hawkeye. I don't like Green Arrow, so I'll just switch them.
Man,
but it's the same thing.
Seasons of Green Arrow was fire. I don't care what none of y'all say.
I'm not.
Hey,
no.
Javon, I give you that. Green Arrow. It set the standard and expectation of what I wanted all the rest of the shows to be. Same thing with Flash. Season 1 and season 2. Cold.
Season 3. Season 3. Season 3.
Everything in the Flash up to the Thinker, I enjoyed. I enjoyed everything up to the Thinker.
The Thinker?
And after that,
yeah.
After that, it was like they had like
that's like season 4, though, ain't it?
Was that season 4? Yeah, maybe. I think it was.
So season 1 was Reverse Flash. Season 2 was
also
Reverse Flash was not
Savitar, right?
No, Savitar didn't come until like 6 or 7. That was late.
No,
that fish was in there somewhere.
The fish,
the freaking shark.
Oh, King Shark.
King Shark. No, King Shark was season 1. Yeah, King Shark was season 1.
Yeah, that was early. No, Flash had like 3 good seasons.
Right. Like when I saw King Shark, I was like, "Oh shoot, they putting some money in this."
Yeah,
show.
At the time, they was like, "Oh yeah, that's legit." But
I was watching that show just for old girl Iris West, like literally.
Iris.
I watched it like 3 years later.
Amen.
Just for her.
I even enjoyed when XS showed up. XS was a cool arc for me. But
hey, Aaron, that's what I said. They didn't care.
Hey, that's disrespectful. You can't have Hawkeye on your list, man.
I changed it.
There are way worse superheroes. Harley Quinn could be on your list. Harley is terrible. I don't care.
Harley's
Harley ain't
awesome.
no
Quinn is
hero.
terrible.
They ain't never been. I don't care what you say. Her and
Harley
Catwoman
Quinn
ain't
is
never
terrible.
gonna be no heroes ever.
Harley's
Quinn is
awesome.
terrible. Man.
I
don't
switched
know.
them out. I switched
There
them
ain't
out.
nothing
They're the
awesome
same
about it.
thing though. It's the same thing. It's just
I'm
DC
supposed to
versus
believe Harley
No,
Quinn
you
can
see,
just up and
no,
beat
you
everybody.
see
Get the
Morgan
hell out of
changing
here.
his list, and when
I
she got
see it.
bad
I see
feedback,
it.
I put Green Arrow. It's the same thing.
no, it's not the same.
Hey, I got one.
It is.
You could have put triathlon on your list. Like triathlon is
Nah,
terrible.
I was,
man.
a character that I was not aware of until there were two characters that I was not
Doorman.
aware
How
of
about
until today.
Doorman?
Dog Welder was definitely about to make the list, but then I was like, that nigga might be useful, bro. You know how terrible it would be for somebody to snatch you up and weld a dead dog to your face? Or do you think you commit crime again? No. So I mean,
Y'all gotta get out of here.
Dog Welder might have a better like incarceration rate than Batman. You know what I'm saying? Because if you weld a dog to my face, if you weld a dead dog to my face, I promise I'm not committing crime anymore. That's crazy. You talking about penalties? That's a penalty, bro. To have a dog welded to your face, a dead one.
Please, I'm sorry, just a sidestep before I pop up. Do you know the post where I'm talking about the director has been shared 87 times since this afternoon?
Good. It should be.
7? That's got to be your most shared thing ever.
You got to put that on TikTok, bro. You got to TikTok that one. Got to, because that'll go viral.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
I haven't checked my TikTok yet. Though.
I was about to say that'll go viral for sure. That you definitely got to do that one. I told y'all my list was gonna be disrespectful. Okay, I told you before we did it. I said, yo, it's gonna be disrespectful, man, because there was no way I was about to do this list and Aquaman's not on it. It's just no way. Because again, Jason Momoa did his best, right? And he makes it acceptable for me to even go watch it. If it wasn't Jason Momoa, I wouldn't even go watch it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like if Aquaman was played by Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm not going. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, dang, bro. I love Leo, bro. That's my guy, but I can't do it because there's not much you could do outside of making Aquaman black. At least Jason Momoa is not just like straight white. At least in my mind, he's not. So I'm like, it is what it is.
Hey, before we go, can I ask Mike a question? Mike, are you doing FSK Con next year?
Yes. Actually, I just secured the dates. We're doing it again in November. November 2nd and 3rd. Friday is for VIPs. Friday is for VIPs only.
You gonna do it in the same venue, or you gonna go somewhere else?
We're gonna do it in the same venue. We're gonna get more access. We're gonna get more access to the building, so we have more rooms. I've been taking lots of notes. I've been watching all the panels and recapping the stuff that happened this weekend. I've been taking lots of notes on things to improve on, to do better on. I've been getting people surveys from in the group to get feedback on that. So I want to get it started early with the promotions and things like that to try to increase the crowd. We ended up having over 450 people show up that weekend, which is much better than I expected because I only thought it was going to be 100. So we want to try to get up to 800 to 900 for the weekend.
Okay, all right. Congratulations, man. Congratulations,
man. I'm gonna do everything I can to get up there next year, bro.
I was like, can I make it again? But my son wants to come visit my grandmother, and I told him for Thanksgiving. So I'm like, I don't know if I can do 2 flights to Columbus, man. This is expensive. That's an expensive trip, man.
Because I feel you. We'll see. Making the trip, man. It was cool having you down here with us at the event, going out and kicking it and stuff.
Well, if I don't come up for Thanksgiving, I still come up to see my family. I'll still do. I'll probably try and do the same thing that I did last time. But this time I had my family in tow. It was absolutely fun. Again, y'all listen. Y'all missed the. I'm gonna use his word. The most epic debate I have ever had with Victor Dandridge. I wish we had recorded it, the whole thing.
Some of it is recorded. Some of it is.
Pieces of it are recorded. It was funny. It was informative. I'm pretty sure nobody who saw it is gonna ever forget it.
I'm not surprised by that at all. That's
that debate was so big that like I stopped debating, and Vic was still debating with like 2 other people, and like I was able to take a break and come back and insert back into the debate. I was like, dang, man, this is a heck of a debate, man.
I definitely want to be there next year. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, I'm telling y'all right now, November 2nd and 3rd, Morgan and Danny, trying to y'all out there. Your man,
it's a shorter drive for y'all, right?
November 2nd and 3rd. All right. Yeah. So this year we had already booked NC Comic Con. That was the biggest reason that we couldn't. That's not going to be the case next year. So that I can tell you right now. So I definitely, and my son's been doing better. You know what I'm saying? We're getting more nursing care and help. So I'm really believing next year I can do it. I'll be up there, and me and Mike can regulate all y'all hoes for making stupid comments about things. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if y'all really do make it, I'll do my best to come. If the both of y'all,
I'm dead serious. I'm gonna do everything I can to be there next year. I'm not even joking.
Like I said, I'm super starting early to get it on people's calendars so we can have more people there because I was kind of thinking
next time I gotta have a rental. I gotta get a rental.
November.
You was out kind of far still.
Everything was far, man. I was like, damn, dude, where's the Uber?
I definitely want to come next year, man. Like I said, this year the biggest obstacle this year. One, y'all know I can't plan stuff so far out just because the little man. But then past that, we had already booked NC Comic Con. Like I forgot when we had paid for that, and it was an absorbent amount anyway. So, like I said, that's a dub. I appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody puts on the show, but this net for me definitely. If everything else lines up, you know what I'm saying, and by everything I just mean I got stuff straight for my son, I'm gonna be there, bro. So I'm looking forward to it. Because me and Veronica was talking, and I could have met Veronica, you know what I'm saying, meeting Ryan in person, finally dang, me and Mike met in person? No, because you went to freaking you went to that other con. When we was in Baltimore, you had another con.
I had Cleveland.
Yeah, so
hey, I'm trying to do every con this year, y'all. So
I'm
trying to do them all, man. I'm trying to do Baltimore, Heroes Con. I'm trying to do every fan expo I could get on, New York Comic Con, Dragon Con, Dream Con, all of them.
I'm always look the con that I have to be at every year, unless Jesus says no himself, is Heroes Con. That is my favorite con. That is my Mike. You have to, bro. When I'm
making my moves right now to get it.
I am telling you, there's no way in the world. Heroes Con is by far my favorite con. Is not close. And there's no disrespect to anybody else's con. I just love the energy. I love the energy. I love how things are set up. I love that I always see my people down there. I love the layout of how the city lays out and where the joint is. I love Heroes Con. That's the con that every year I have to be at.
I think we should get the same spot we had last time because that was a nice little spot.
Yeah.
I think we should do our best if we could do it. Just get all the black people on the back. Black people on the back line. Just send them all across the back. But I know how to get that done, though. We can do that.
Nah, yeah, so Wally has a really good relationship with the people that run that show. So that was one of the ways that we was able to get, that in the hour they put us in that spot. So we definitely, I'm almost 1,000,000% sure we can get Mike in there and all of us just have that whole thing on lock.
Well, as soon as the applications open up, I'm flying. So
bet.
Is it?
That's gonna be super dope.
It might be open. I'm not sure. Mike, I'm telling you, man, Mike, you need to get the Terrific on, man. There's money up here, man. I know it's a trip, but there's
when is
money
Terrific
up here. I can tell you right now. It's August Sugar. Where is it? August 16th to 18th.
Let me, because I wrote down the shows I'm looking at. I haven't put together my final list yet, but I have wrote down all the shows I'm looking at.
And tables open up. I think December 1st. Now it's first come, first serve. They don't curate.
All right.
So they be like, if you get your money in, you got your table, pretty much.
Okay.
Jeremy, Terrificon is in Connecticut, man. It's in Mohegan Sun Casino.
What's up, Roy? What's up, everybody? Well, look, man. I'm about to bounce off of here, and I appreciate y'all having me out here. And it's been a great discussion, fellas. It's always fun and live with y'all.
Always, bro.
All right,
I appreciate you, bro. We'll see y'all next week. I don't know what the topic is. We might do a poll again. Let y'all pick. Somebody came up with a good topic earlier, though. What was it? Top
5 duos, TV duos.
Top 5 TV duos. Okay, all right, let's do that.
We might need to do that one, bro. Because that's good stuff.
All right, I gotta go, y'all. Peace.
We appreciate y'all. I'm about to go get something to eat. Thank y'all as usual. We'll see y'all next week. Spread the word about us. One love. Thank y'all. We love y'all, man. See y'all next week.